is Father's Day morning, 8 a.m. Dad requested the pork butt be smoked, so that's what I am doing. People do this a million different ways. I am using a 980 gravity Char grill that I absolutely love. So this is the fat side. Some people trim this off more. Some people score it. Some people do nothing. I am going to score it. I want to keep my fat. So we are just going to score it. Now, I am a big, huge no raw meat contamination person, especially pork and chicken. So I'm going to go wash my hands before we start seasoning. Hands are washed. Got my morning coffee. It is 8 a.m. I will be doing another video like this when I make one probably on the 3rd of July. I think I'm going to make it early because it will be a pulled pork one, and I think I'll try it differently. So, I have watched tons of people. I have made this before. It was the first thing I made on my Char grill other than steak. So, you can make it in the pan, out of the pan. Tons of debate on this. Tons of debate. I am in shock how much debate is on this. Next time I'm going to make a homemade from scratch rub probably, but I'm going to most likely just go with a already made one. We are just making a rub to get a good bark. Going through looking for the seasonings my dad really likes. A lot of people put cumin as a rub, like cumin in their rubs. I like to see what other people do compared to what I normally do. But I've never once thought about doing a cumin with this. Now if I was using it like carnita, I would totally do cumin. So we are going in here on this side, the fat side right now, with the cherry smoked grill salt. And we're going to go in with some black pepper. This is just to make a bark around it, really. Alright, now on this side, so this is the stuff my dad normally likes. This one has no salt, so I can control it myself. Put some of this bad boy on here. I've really only found that at the meat market that I go to. Alright, so then we are going to go in with some original rib rack sugar free. I haven't even started the smoker or cleaned it or anything yet because I want this to sit about 30-40 minutes before it actually goes on. And it comes up to temperature very, very quickly. Like, in less than 10 minutes, it will be the temperature I want it to be. So, let's see. I'm going to go through a lot of gloves. Maybe I can get the sides so that I have enough flip it a billion times. These gloves are so much cheaper than the vinyl gloves, but the vinyl gloves are so much easier to work with. Some more real salt. Not a whole lot because it's my family. If it was mine, let me tell you, I would season food so differently if I was just seasoning it for like me and Dino and Haley. We love seasoning. Of course, you know, I'm going in here with a lot of this, but it has no salt. My dad is definitely not keto. He has to watch his salt desperately. Because he is not keto. So if you are not keto and you have heart conditions, high blood pressures, you have diabetes, you need to watch that table salt because you can get congestive heart failure. If you're keto, and you heal all that, well, if you're keto, even if it's not healed, you need more salt, like Himalayan healthy salts, red salts, right? You need more salts because carbs is a sponge, and you're taking your sponge out of your body when you do keto. That's why you lose so much water weight. Think of it as carbs equal sponge equals soak up water into your system. You take the sponge away, you don't soak up water. And this is why some people find keto unhealthy and unsafe, because they don't like to eat the salt. They won't eat the salt. Therefore, they become extremely dehydrated and they don't take their electrolytes, which ends up hospital. Yeah, been there, done that. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is about making this pork butt. So once again, I use cherry wood smoked real salt. I use Richard's Delicious Seasoning, the salt-free one. I prefer the salt one, but this is for my dad. We also use some Rib Rack Sugar-Free Rub Original. Now, a lot of people will be cutting most of this bark away. Like, you'll be eating this with small pieces. Like, they like to get up in here. I also used a little Melody grinder peppercorn. We are going to put it, because I have cats, I'm sticking it into my oven, not on. We just want it to sweat. So, gonna put in it for like 30-40 minutes while I go do the smoker, which I will totally take y'all out there with me. The sun is hitting me exactly in my face. It's gonna drive me insane. But yeah, the girls use this area to do tie-dye, so I have blankets on the ground over here that they use, like sheets and tie-dye containers, and they make, I didn't realize I was coming out here to a mess. Anyways, let's open our little hopper. I used this the other night. Charcoal's already went through. I don't have to fight with that then. Normally I have to beat it down. Let's open this little bad boy here. Yes, I am filming one-handed. I am going to try to put y'all on a tripod in a second. Dump this out. My flowers really love this crap. Ooh. Okay, so now I am going to put charcoal to less than half of that and put some cherry wood on, more charcoal, more cherry wood, about one big brick at a time. When I get towards the end, I'll show you my last cherry wood that I throw in there, but like I said, it's really, really hard to hold and film, and the tripod I have isn't going to show you. I also need to clean this bad boy up from last night. Okay, so I ended up with not as many pieces as I wanted the cherry wood, but it'll be okay. The charcoal got away with me. Like, it got a little heavy and I kind of poured too fast. I did throw a big brick down here, and that's normally what people do anyways. I have 4 bricks in the mix and different layers as well. Taking my fire starter, sticking it right up on here. It likes to fall off, so hold on. Let's get that balanced. Now my hand's always messy. I need to bring something out here. Like I said, the girls, I'm going to clean this up in a second. The girls made a mess. Okay. Let's get my little cheapo lighter. Oh, it might be out. Hold on. Okay, sorry about the angle, but one-handed, it's just impossible. Okay, make sure this is lit. This will only take about a minute or two, literally. So all this is open. I'm going to scrape this down. Once I close it, I'll show you what I'll do next. Like I said, the sun is killing me right there. Hold on. 2 minutes later, after picking everything up, we are fully engaged in flames. So we are going to shut it up. Like I said, always filming by yourself is kind of hard. See, smoke's already coming out the top. And I'm just going to clean this up in about 30 minutes after it's had time to heat a lot. Gonna come over here. We're gonna turn the power on. We're gonna bring it to 300. Okay, and we have 2 cook times, which we will set one of them once we pull it on. I am gonna go ahead and take off my power recharge part because sometimes this makes it not work. So we are gonna pull this off. This is to a solar power. I don't want to run electricity out here, so we have a little solar thing at the top. Give this about 30 minutes, only because I want the smoke to be more clear. I want it perfectly heated. This should only take 10-15 minutes, but I need that pork to sweat a little. Let's show you my little decorations of my little area. I got to clean all this up still. We're not 100% finished, so like I said, tie-dye stuff on the counters. But this is my little cooking shack, which, like I said, I'm not done designing 100%, and I gotta get weed killer because we put all these rocks down, and hello weeds. Nothing grew here for years, and now we're at least getting weeds. I don't want anything. But I still have more stuff to come out here for my cute little design. So 30 minutes and we'll come back. It's been sweating for about 35 minutes. You can see it's starting to dry out the meat and the seasoning actually get wet. So let's carry this out and stick it on. This is the best angle I can get by myself. So it only took 1 second to scrape off the inside. After you've let it cook that long, it just cleans up in a second. Now I would love to know, are y'all spending hours scrubbing the heck out of this thing? Because every time I watch someone's video and it's a cooking one, it looks like they got a brand new one of these every time. Every time. Maybe it's because they're all men and maybe they let their wives do the housework, which is perfectly fine because, you know, some of us are a little control freaky. Raise hand about where dishes go back and stuff like that. So maybe they have time to scrub it. But I don't know how because it is so greasy. Alright, I'm going to show y'all one more time. I don't know if y'all can see. It's very sweaty. The temperature got to 194. It will flux between that and 305. So we are going to put that side up to keep it nice and moist. Some people will just leave it in there. Just like that. Like inside this pan. Which would probably be great with all my seasoning. So I am going to leave the pan in here because we are going to use it later. Alright, so now hopefully y'all can see me because I can't tell. I turned y'all so y'all can zoom in. We're going to make sure we get the thermometer away from the bone and stick it all the way in, which is a little hard because of that stupid bone. Hold on, let me try a different location. And I always get smoke in my eye. Trying to go downwards with it, not up. Alright, hold on. Let's get a better view for y'all. Okay, so this is what I'm working with right here. We're basically going to shut it down. And we're basically going to forget it. Okay, let me zoom out. So, I need to plug this bad boy in right here. Alright, go to our thermometer. First setting will be a 165. Once it reaches that temperature, which I'm thinking 4 hours, we will come put in that little pan and aluminum foil it for probably about 4 more hours. We want to bring the temperature to 205 in the end. So it's probably one of the easiest things to cook, like so far. So knock on wood that I don't mess it up. But now we wait. We wait for those numbers to go up. Okay, it is now 2 p.m. and we have made it to 161. I think I'm going to go ahead and cover it now. So let me put you on a tripod. Okay, hopefully this is a better angle. We're gonna do this extremely fast. Hold on, I forgot one thing. Not find what I usually use to flip, so let's give this a shot. Okay. All right, can we see it? Yes, we can. It is looking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It did not make a bark like I see other people do, but I also didn't do rub like everyone else does. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. And now we are going to cook it until the internal temperature of it hits 205. So let me grab y'all. We're going to come over here and adjust this to 205 now. Oh, hold on. There we go. Right there. So this should take, I don't know, anywhere between 2 and 4 hours. We'll see. The alarm's going off. That means we've hit our temperature. We have 205. Yay! Okay, I'm not going to open it out of the tinfoil right now because we want to keep it nice and moist and wrapped up. Okay, we'll take a tiny peek. Oh my gosh, it's so juicy. All right, so let me pull this out of here, and then I got to throw in some corn and potatoes. So I got baked potatoes and some corn going on. Potatoes first, and 20 minutes later in goes the corn, and they should be done at the same time. I am going to be throwing some steaks on here as well because some of us can't eat pork meat. It just like for me it doesn't settle, and Dino doesn't like pork. So here we go. We got my corn on the top. That way it's already in there and ready to go on the bottom closer to time. The potatoes are way smaller than usual, so these are going to cook really fast. We're going to turn our temperature to 425, actually 450, because when I go to throw the steaks on, I'm going to turn it to 525 first. So let's let this cook for about 20 minutes or so before I throw my steaks on. Okay, so I just flipped all the potatoes and the corn. The corn is almost done. I should have waited longer, but it'll be okay because it's going to be up on top. The potatoes are taking forever to even begin to soften, but he likes his steak very well done, so we are throwing his steak already on here. I'm going to put mine back in the house because I'm a rare girl, 100% rare, so his is going to take 20 plus minutes. Mine takes 5 to 10 max. Actually, his will probably take 30 knowing him. But it took about 7.5 hours of actual smoke time for the pork. And yes, you will get to see the pork still after it's rested a whole hour. We still got 30 minutes to go. Okay, so here we go. The big reveal. What does it look like? And that's one of the steaks over there. So, hold on. Oh, yeah. Look at all the juice. Look at that bark. I'll take a picture of once I cut into it. Dad is dying because the smell, cherry wood wins in this family every time. And look how nice and tender this is.